Today, I'll be talking about hospital alert codes. As a patient in a hospital, it is important to be aware of these codes at all times. It's important to understand what code is being called and why it is being called. Today, I'll be talking about the background of alert codes, what alert codes are in hospitals, how do alert codes work, why do hospitals have alert codes, and the importance of the codes in hospitals and what that means to us as patients, employees, and staff. The background of alert codes started in 2002. A survey of hospital emergency codes showed the lack of uniformity existing among hospitals and allied healthcare organizations in Florida. In result, in 2013, the Office of Emergency Management Services and a group of volunteers with hospital-based offices reviewed and recommended current standards with national hospital guidelines. These standards are now used as alert codes for all hospitals and healthcare organizations. These are also supported by the Joint Commission, who is a governing body of all healthcare/hospital organizations. These guidelines created a core standard for hospitals to use as an alert code system, which are supported by the Joint Commission, who routinely update and make sure and revise all guidelines are up to date and have the correct alert code standards throughout all hospitals and healthcare organizations. Hospital alert codes is a standardized, synchronized system allowing all departments within hospitals to unify in case of internal and external emergency. An overhead intercom system is connected to entire hospitals and departments to make sure that all codes are heard correctly and that all departments can synchronize as the emergency is being performed. Each hospital has its own standard form of alert codes. Today we will be referring to MGH or Mass General's codes. They are 5 basic codes. The first code is Code Disaster. This code can be issued for a snowstorm or the extreme like the Boston bombing. The code disaster that day was called to make sure that staff on file was aware of the extreme injury rate, as well as making sure that there was enough blood on hand for transfusions. Code Blue at Mass General Hospital is based off respiratory, cardiac, neurological problems in adults, children, and newborns. Mass General has, in 2009, used Rapid Response Team for Code Blue calls. Code Red is Fire. Code Red is a national standard recommended by National Hospital Fire Marshal Association and the Joint Commission. Code Silver is Active Shooter. Code Pink is Infant Child Abduction. If Code Pink would to happen at Mass General, it would be something as followed. The baby would be abducted. Nursing staff who is on call would call nursing floor manager. The nursing floor manager would call the security team. The security team would call the overhead intercom, calling Code Pink. They would also be calling partners and looking for the suspect and missing infant at the same time. If the missing infant and suspect was still at large, the partners would call MBTA, then the governor, who would also call the Amber Alert, which is a national search. This can be all set and processed in less than 5 minutes. Hospitals have alert codes to provide a standard of recommended emergency codes to promote a safe and secure environment in a uniformed, safe manner. It also helps healthcare workers who may work more than one healthcare facility to allow for a response and using listening technique for emergency codes to make it easy from one hospital to another. The importance of alert codes is to provide safety of everyone in and around any hospitals. It is to make sure there is a procedure to keep employee, patient, and staff aware, but also calm of any internal and external emergencies. In conclusion, hospitals use alert systems to maintain standardized protocol throughout a hospital. MGH has 5 major codes. These codes are governed by the Joint Commission. The importance of alert code is to make sure there is a safe and structured procedure if there is an internal or external emergency. As a patient, it is important to understand why, when, and what the codes are if in case there is a code called. Thank you for listening.